It has been called the happiest animal on Earth, with round cheeks, dark button eyes, and a mouth that curves into what looks unmistakably like a grin. This small creature has been photographed beside more smartphones than perhaps any wild animal alive. But that famous smile is a trick of anatomy, and behind it lies a far more fragile truth. On a single island off the coast of Australia, a species is making its last great stand. Meet the quokka, scientific name Setonix brachyurus. Despite its mouse-like nickname, the quokka is not a rodent at all. It's a marsupial, a pouched mammal, and a member of the same family as kangaroos and wallabies. About the size of a domestic cat, it weighs between 2.5 and 5 kilograms and measures roughly 40 to 90 centimeters from nose to tail. When Dutch sea captain Willem de Vlaming landed on a small island in 1696, he saw thousands of these animals scurrying through the scrub. Mistaking them for large rats, he named the place Rottnest, Dutch for rat's nest. Today we know it as Rottnest Island, and the quokka remains its most beloved resident. Look closely, and the quokka reveals itself as a perfectly miniaturized wallaby. Its coat is a coarse, grizzled brown-gray, thick enough to insulate against cool ocean nights. Short, rounded ears sit atop a broad face, and its powerful hind legs allow it to hop like its larger cousins. Though over short distances, it can also climb. Yes, climb. Quokkas have been recorded ascending trees up to 2 meters high to reach tender leaves. That iconic smile is not an expression of joy, but simply the natural shape of the quokka's mouth, relaxed as it pants to cool down or pauses while chewing. Its short tail, unlike a kangaroo's, is not used for balance and is sparsely furred. And while those dark eyes look gentle, they are adapted for a life lived largely after sunset, for the quokka is mostly nocturnal, resting in the shade through the heat of the Australian day. Once, quokkas roamed widely across the southwest corner of Western Australia. Today, the vast majority, an estimated 10,000 to 12,000, live on Rottnest Island, just 19 kilometers off the coast of Perth. A smaller population survives on Bald Island near Albany, and scattered remnants cling to the mainland's wetter forests and swamps. Their preferred habitat is dense scrub and the margins of wetlands, where thick vegetation offers shelter from both heat and predators. Rottnest itself is harsh terrain, a sun-baked island of limestone and salt lakes, with almost no permanent freshwater. Remarkably, quokkas here have adapted to survive long, dry summers, drawing much of the moisture they need directly from the plants they eat. And in tough times, their bodies can even recycle nitrogen to endure scarcity. As dusk settles over the island, the quokkas stir. They emerge from their daytime resting spots, tunnels worn through dense vegetation that double as escape routes and shelter from the sun. On Rottnest, where natural predators are absent, quokkas have become unusually bold, approaching humans with apparent curiosity. It's this fearlessness that gave rise to the global phenomenon of the quokka selfie, popularized around 2013, when visitors discovered they could crouch beside an inquisitive quokka for the perfect photo. But behind the charm is a wild animal living a structured life. Males establish dominance hierarchies and may defend prime shady resting sites, especially during the hot months. They communicate through soft clucking sounds and body posture, and while they tolerate one another in loose groups, the desirable shelter of a cool, sheltered burrow can spark competition. A gentle reminder for visitors: feeding quokkas human food is harmful and illegal. Bread and chips can cause dehydration and a painful condition known as lumpy jaw. The quokka is a herbivore, and a patient one. Its diet consists of native grasses, leaves, stems, succulents, and the bark of various shrubs. On Rottnest, a plant called the prickly Moses, alongside Geichinotia and other hardy island flora, forms a staple. Like other macropods, the kangaroo group, the quokka has a specialized chambered stomach that ferments tough plant material, allowing it to extract nutrients from food that would defeat most mammals. It feeds mainly at night, grazing in short bursts, and retreating to cover between meals. During the long, dry summer, when fresh greenery becomes scarce and the island's vegetation withers, the quokka faces its greatest test. Some individuals lose significant body weight, surviving on stored fat and whatever moisture they can wring from dried-out plants until the winter rains return and the land turns green once more. Like all marsupials, the quokka gives birth to extraordinarily underdeveloped young. After a gestation of just 27 days, a single jellybean-sized baby called a joey crawls into its mother's pouch, where it will remain firmly attached to a teat for around 6 months. The quokka possesses a remarkable reproductive trick known as embryonic diapause. A female can hold a second, fertilized embryo in a paused state of development. If her first joey is lost, this backup embryo can resume growing almost immediately. A built-in insurance policy against the harsh uncertainty of island life. Breeding on Rottnest typically peaks during the cooler, wetter months, timing the arrival of young with the season of greatest food abundance. For all its fame, the quokka is in trouble. The International Union for Conservation of Nature lists the species as vulnerable. On the mainland, populations have collapsed since European settlement, driven down by introduced red foxes and feral cats, predators against which the quokka has few defenses. Habitat clearing for agriculture and the draining of wetlands have fragmented what remains, and intense bushfires can wipe out local populations in a single season. Even the island strongholds are not safe forever. Climate change threatens to make Rottnest's already dry summers longer and harsher, reducing the food and moisture quokkas depend on. Conservationists are working to protect mainland populations through predator control programs and carefully manage translocations to predator-free areas. The quokka's survival is a powerful lesson. Even the most beloved animal on the internet can quietly slip toward the edge. So where can you meet a quokka for yourself? The answer is wonderfully accessible. Rottnest Island, reachable by a short ferry from Perth or Fremantle, is home to the world's largest and most approachable population. The island is car-free, and visitors exploring by bicycle frequently encounter quokkas along the trails and near the main settlement. Remember the rules that keep them safe. Never touch or feed them, keep your distance, and let the animal approach you. For the more adventurous, mainland sightings are possible, though far rarer, in protected areas like Western Australia's southern forests. But Rottnest remains the one place on Earth where a wild quokka might simply wander up and look you straight in the eye. The quokka's smile launched 1 million photographs and made a small marsupial a worldwide celebrity. But fame alone cannot save a species. As we watch one hop quietly into the scrub at sunset, we're reminded that its true story is not about selfies. It's about resilience, isolation, and the fragile threads that hold a vulnerable creature to its last safe shores. Protect those shores, and the happiest face in nature may yet greet generations to come. Thank you for joining us aboard Xigua Noah's Ark. Until next time, keep looking closer at the wild world around you.